All right, let's get right into it. You've got a playbook for game day, right? You know every move, but what happens when the attack is digital? That's what we're talking about today. We're building your cyber recovery playbook, a plan to make sure a small digital slip-up doesn't become a career-ending disaster.
This really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? Think about it. An ACL tear can sideline you for a whole season, while being slow to react to a cyber breach, that can change your entire career. We're not talking about just a lost password here. The stakes are incredibly high, and just like on the field, how fast you respond is everything.
And this is the key. It's all about that next play mindset. You know the feeling. You make a mistake on the field, you can't dwell on it. You have to be ready for what's next. It's the exact same thing here. You can't freeze up. You gotta know your next move instantly to shut down the damage. That's what this is all about.
All right, first things first, you gotta be able to read the defense. So how do you spot the warning signs that you're even under attack?
And this stuff is real. Take this example, a pro soccer player. They noticed some odd activity on one of their accounts, but, just kind of ignored it. Big mistake. A few days go by, and boom, private photos are leaked online. And it wasn't just the privacy invasion, it cost them major endorsements. That inaction had a serious, serious price.
See, the thing is, hacks usually don't kick down the door. They whisper. They sneak in. So you have to be listening for those little things. Like a login alert from a place you've never been, or getting a text with a verification code you didn't ask for. Maybe a friend texts you, hey, did you send me this weird link? Those are the red flags. They seem small, but you absolutely cannot ignore them.
And it really boils down to this. Trust your gut. You do it on the field all the time, right? You sense when a play is about to break down. It's the same instinct. If something just feels a little off with an email or a message, listen to that feeling. It's way better to be a little cautious than to wish you had been.
Okay, so you've spotted something's wrong. Your gut is screaming at you. Now what? Time to execute the play. Here are your first moves.
All right, listen up. This is your immediate action drill. First move, disconnect. Shut off the Wi-Fi. Turn off Bluetooth. You're cutting off their access. Simple as that. Second, alert your team. Do not, I repeat, do not try to handle this alone. Call your agent, your manager, your IT person right away. Third, change passwords, but, and this is critical, do it from a different device you know is clean. Fourth, get MFA on everything. That's multi-factor authentication. It's that extra code from your phone. Turn it on. Fifth, if there's any chance your money is at risk, call your bank and freeze your cards. And last, document everything. Write down what happened, when it happened, what you saw. Every detail matters. You never go into a big game alone, right? Same rule applies here. You need a team. Let's talk about calling in your bench. So, for real, who's on your bench? I mean, right now, could you pull out your phone and call them? If you have to think about it, you're not prepared. Knowing exactly who to call before a crisis hits is half the battle. Okay, so here's your starting lineup for your response team. You need your tech person, the one who can actually go in and lock things down. You need legal counsel, especially if contracts or private data is involved. You're going to want a PR rep to help manage the story. And please don't forget this last one, a mental health professional. Seriously, getting hacked feels like a home invasion. It's stressful, it's personal, and having someone to talk to is a game changer.
Okay, so we've got our immediate response down, but the best defense is a good offense, right? The best athletes don't just react, they prepare. So let's talk about practice and prevention, your digital film review and drills.
I want you to pay close attention to this one. It's called the break glass plan. It's basically an old school solution for a new school problem. Imagine you're locked out of everything, your phone, your email, all of it. This is a printed out piece of paper with all your emergency contacts and recovery steps. You keep it somewhere super safe, like with your passport. Trust me, if you ever need it, you'll be glad you have it.
Look, this is all stuff you already do, just in a different context. You watch film, right? Okay, that's now your monthly security check-in. You run drills in practice? Now you're gonna run quarterly cyber drills. You huddle up with the team? That's your regular chat with your agent about security. It's the exact same discipline, just applied to your digital life. So here's your homework for this quarter. I want you to actually sit down and ask yourself these questions. And don't just think about it, talk it through. What if I lost my phone today? What's step 1, step 2, step 3? Or my Instagram gets hacked. Who do I call first? You've got to build that muscle memory so you're not figuring it out in the middle of a crisis. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's a quick recap of your playbook, the absolute key takeaways.
Okay, here's your game plan in a nutshell. 1. Learn to recognize those early warning signs. 2. The second you see one, disconnect and alert your team. 3. Change your passwords from a clean device and use MFA everywhere. 4. Create that printed break glass plan and put it somewhere safe. And 5. Practice. Run those cyber drills every single quarter. Build the habit.
So look, the point of all this isn't to make you paranoid. It's the opposite. It's about giving you a plan so you can be confident. Preparation beats fear every time. You now have the strategy, you have the tools, you're ready for whatever comes. So what's your next play?